What do you know? A replay that actually works. This one isn't that epic. It only lasts like 8 or 9 turns, but it's pretty amazing actually. Like my draw is obviously awesome as you can see, but he goes first and gets a hell of a start. I think this game is just great for demonstrating just how amazing the tools in this deck are. Like how the start he has, like almost any deck would just scoop to. You'll see. Like I'm so far behind here. And obviously, like my primary idea is to go and kill the Soul Ring with Grudge or with Quiet Spec, but it's going to take some time to put it all together because, well, I guess I can do it next turn. My plan is to go fetch a Tropical here, put out Felwar Stone. Next turn, Demonic Tutor for Quiet Spec. I don't know, it's so freaking slow, unfortunately. I guess I had the option of just casting Demonic Tutor now and fetching the Tropical and going Quiet Spec Grudge. I guess that probably would have ultimately been better. But I kind of wanted to get the Felwar Stone out. Let him have the Soul Ring for a turn. I figure he'll screw around casting Doran and I can just Swords it. But of course he just DT'd. I was honestly, that's right, I was really worried about him mind twisting me here, and I was just thinking about what to really get. Like I even considered getting Force of Will because I didn't want to get mind twisted for 4. But I figured, you know, my hand's really good. Even 2 of these cards is probably decent. If he did get mind twist, it's not the end of the world, so I'll just put out more mana. As it turns out, you get to see what he tutored for right here. Fucking Mirari's Wake. So like already has 8 mana on turn 3. And I'm going to be 1 turn too late with my Quiet Spec. But I mean, like, how awesome is this card that you tutor for it so frequently? It's amazing, actually, that you would Demonic Tutor. But this is the thing I just love about so much about this deck, is that the situations constantly change in terms of what's absolutely ideal. Like, the value of all the cards is just always in flux. It's such a fun, interesting deck to play. So I get Grudge Ray, Deep Analysis. So I'm just like terrified what he's going to do this turn. Given access to likely 10 mana. I figure like, you know, Angel of Despair. Or Mind Twist or something horrible. Like a freaking Annihilate guy that draws in 4 cards or whatever. But he just does this. Aura Shards Doran. Which kind of sucks. Like, Aura Shards is obviously insanely good against our deck. But at least I now can get rid of Mirari's Wake before things get crazy. So I do that. I just take the hit from Doran. I'm going to Swords it, but I figure he might cast something worse, like Kokusho or something. I kill Doran. Look at that Brainstorm. How amazing is that? Like, even with Aura Shards in play, that's so crazy the way it synergizes with the rest of my hand. So I put Tax and Crypt back. Just draw 2. Oh yeah, baby. Game on. Let's get that Soul Ring off the board, chop him down to 5 mana. Isn't that incredible after that start that we're like equal in mana just about? I'm actually ahead now. Deck is just so insane. Quiet Speculation is just ridiculous. Like, think about that. That one card killed Mirari's Wake, Soul Ring, and drew 2. How fucking crazy is that? So now we just cast like worthless Doran. Yeah. Another X spell. Perfect timing. You'll like this turn. Crypt, Soul Ring, Doran Dynamo, Mind Twist for 4, Land Tax. So now he actually has to top deck a creature just to kill like one of these threats. And of course I have Yawgmoth's Will if he does. And like most people, the moment he's Mind Twisted, he top decks like an awesome spell. In this case, he top decks Demonic Tutor. Fortunately, you can't cast anything. So I get to tax. Gilded Lotus. Not going to even matter here. Think about casting it, and then I realized it's just all about will. Because I need to Mind Twist him, obviously, for the card he got. And you'll love what it is. So, play Windswept Heath. Cast Fellwar Stone. Swords Doran again. Mind Twist for 1. Getting Austere Command. Fuck you, dude. Fetch and Demonic Tutor. For... what would you get? A lot of choices, actually. But I figure I have an invincible position here because of Stroke of Genius, and I don't want him to cast another creature to kill my Thran Dynamo or something. So the correct answer is... Mana Drain. So it's game over completely. Mana Drain whatever he does. Stroke for 10,000 cards. Put him in under Winter Orb. And he wisely concedes. Anyway, such an awesome game. The thing that I was going to comment before in the other video that's so cool about this deck, though, is that there's so many games where you're just behind, and then all of a sudden you just win. Like, the entire game flips 180 in a millisecond, and you just go from being dominated to a totally commanding position. And, of course, you have all the games where you're way ahead from the very start, and you just crush the guy under an avalanche of mana acceleration and card advantage. But the deck is so amazingly good at coming back from being beaten down. It's better, like, when I think about other games that my opponents play, I can't think of a single game I played against any opponent in Commander where my opponent is way behind at the beginning and then comes back. Like, no one ever comes back against our deck. If you start to bury them early, they're dead 100%. But so many games, you're just way behind at the start because this format's so swingy with all the crazy fast mana and stuff. It's so swingy, and yet, despite like the crazy swinginess, you know, where your opponent goes first and puts Soul Ring out and then Demonic Tutors for Mirari's Wake and is a million miles ahead of you, you can still come back and win. It's fucking awesome. This deck is just one of the most fun decks I've ever played. Just thought you might like to know. Anyway, I need to be quiet because Desmond is waking up behind me and asking for mints. So I'll talk to you later.